Knuckles is one of the few Sonic characters that would actually fit really well in Smash. You got Sonic obviously, I just did Shadow, and then you got Tails, Amy, Silver, etc. But it pains me that only Sonic himself is in Smash, meanwhile Fire Emblem has 8 different reps. And what makes it worse is that just like Shadow, Knuckles was just reduced to an assist trophy. He has a lot of unexplored potential to be a really good fighter, and today, we're going to give him a custom moveset. So without further ado, let's get started. First, we gotta start with the extras. Before we talk about costumes, we got a few stats to discuss today. To start, Knuckles will have a cool move which refers to his wall climbing abilities, and that's being able to cling on walls for a little bit and jump off of them. Another will be him being slower than Sonic. Since he is a mini-tank, he focuses more on power and less on speed. He wouldn't be as slow as Ganondorf by any means, but just not as fast as Sonic. As far as costumes and outfits, Knuckles has a good selection just like Shadow, so this shouldn't really be hard. Alt 1 is the original, Alt 2 can be Karate Shadow, Alt 3 can be Knuckles the Dread, Alt 4 can be his outfit from Sonic and the Black Knight, Alt 5 can be Treasure Hunting Knuckles, Alt 6 can be Mummy Knuckles, Alt 7 can be Renegade Knuckles, and Alt 8 can be Boom Knuckles. For his taunts, his side taunt could be him just chuckling as a reference to the opening of Sonic 3, his down taunt could be his whole body covered in the electricity with glowing eyes, and his up taunt could be him throwing a batch of grapes up in the air and eating them. And for his victory animations, one can be a reference to Sonic Boom and be him popping out of a cake, another can be his Sonic Advance 2 clear animation, and the last one can be him punching his fist and unreleasing the flames of disaster. Now we move on to his actual moveset. His jab can be the combo from his skill set in Frontiers. You do 2 hooks and then go into an uppercut. Also, to give him more effects, his fist can be on fire just like the Frontiers combo. His forward tilt can be the Megaton hook from Sonic Battle. It'll just be a quick right hook and be a good get off me tool. It won't deal any heavy amounts of damage, but just something to push the opponent back. His down tilt can be a simple kick where he sticks his foot out to disrupt and even lift the opponent up in the air. Something similar to Ryu and Ken's down tilt so that way he can start some really good combos. His up tilt can be Enrage, one of his moves from Sonic Battle. It'll be a fast swipe up with both of his fists that'll be very useful to lift his opponents up in the air. His forward smash can be another one of his moves from Sonic Battle, being the Deep Impact. Now hold up, from a standalone point it looks a lot like Little Mac's F Smash, but there is a twist to it. The move will be a strong punch with an explosion around it, but if you charge the move long enough, the opponent will be dizzy for up to 3 seconds. It does seem like Ryu and Ken's down special, but it's still a cool and not entirely stolen concept, so. His down smash can be another move from Sonic Frontiers, which is the side knuckle. Once used, Knuckles will punch the ground and create a circular shockwave of fire that hits both sides. The longer you charge, the bigger the wave is, but to balance it out, it does have some end lag. It'll also have a 1 in 8 chance of tripping, cause why not? His up smash can be the spiral upper from the Sonic Advance series. It'll just be a straight uppercut with a fire engulfed fist. If you catch the opponent at the perfect time, that being above you, you'll get higher knockback. His dash attack can be another move from Sonic Frontiers, the drill spin. When Knuckles uses it, he obviously starts spinning, and anyone caught in the way will be dragged for a good distance. This move will have really good damage, but also leave him very vulnerable if he misses, so you have to watch out. Now we're on Knuckles' aerials, which are somewhat original. His neutral air is the Meteor Punch from Sonic Battle. As Knuckles jumps up in the air, he cuffs both of his hands together and swings down. It's pretty similar to DK's F air since it does create a powerful spike if landed correctly, but it does have a good reward if you time it well enough. His forward air can be an innovative dropkick move. If he hits someone with it while they get knocked back, Knuckles actually gets a tiny bit of backwards distance. His back air can be an elbow jab, which refers to his backwards ramp attack from Sonic Advance 2. His up air can be a move where he takes both of his fists and spikes them directly above his head, which would also be a really good juggling tool in something like competitive play. And his down air can be similar to Captain Falcon and Ganondorf's down air. The move can have him planting both of his feet together and spiking them downwards. It does have a small spike hitbox, but it's really fast and does have a lot of power when the spike hitbox hits. Now we move on to the grabs. His pummeling animation can be like Sonic where he knee jabs the opponent before he throws them. His forward throw can be a reworked technique that he used on Sonic in the second movie. Instead of being it a command grab, Knuckles will just launch you away with the palm of his glove. His back throw can be a generic body slam that has him lift up in the air, move backwards, and slam the opponent onto the ground. Kinda like Mii Brawler's counter throw, only better. His down throw can be one of his moves from Sonic Heroes, that being the volcanic dunk. Just like in Heroes, he'll rise up in the air a little bit and slam them while they're curled up in a ball. And his up throw can just be a really big toss like how he tossed Ray in the Sonic Mania clip. Nothing special or broken, just a really big launch. Bet, now we're on the best part of the movesets. His neutral special can be Boulder Bash, something we've seen him do numerous times before. When used, Knuckles will pull out a huge boulder and will slam it down diagonally, similar to his rock freefall move from Sonic Battle. If Knuckles is in the air, then the rock will continuously fall until it hits a surface or another opponent. While designing the neutral special, it did remind me of Charizard's down special back in Smash 4. So if this were to be a move for Knuckles, it'd also be a nice tribute to Charizard on top of a battle reference. His forward special can be the Fire Glide, utilizing his gliding ability and the Flames of Disaster. Now this is an ability that mainly works in the air, but I found a way to make it work on the ground. If you're on the ground, then Knuckles will leap forward and start gliding, but if you're in the air, then you automatically start gliding. The perk with this move is that the longer you charge the attack, the more damage you do and the longer you can move around. The restraint is, it doesn't matter how long you charge it for, if you're in the air, you'll go into free fall, so just be aware of how long you charge it for. His up special can be Flaming Swirl, which takes inspiration from the original Spiral Upper from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I know we just used the Spiral Upper for his up smash, but hear me out. I know how to make it work. When used, Knuckles will start with a fire-based uppercut, but this time, Knuckles will spin around just like he does in SA2. If contact is made, then it'll be a chained attack just like Ken's recovery. The limit is, if Knuckles isn't bringing an opponent up with him, then he'll go a shorter distance. Still has a good vertical, but there's just a better reward when you connect the hits. His down special actually has two different variations whether you're on the ground or in the air, but they're still really useful. His grounded down special uses a move that, next to his wall climbing, he's really well known for, digging. When Knuckles starts digging, he'll go under the surface and the player can move around for up to 3 seconds. He doesn't have a hitbox after popping out, but afterwards, he can go back in and keep moving around until it disappears. Similar to Bugs in Multiverses, but that game's dying anyway, so we can just take it. His aerial special uses a move from his Frontier skill set, Heat Stomp. When used, Knuckles will start beaming down while doused in fire. If he makes contact with the surface, instead of a shockwave, he'll create a medium-sized wall of fire. If he connects with an opponent in the air, then he causes a big explosion, which lets you move freely and launches the opponent away. The restraint with this move is that it moves relatively fast and doesn't cling to platforms, so just be careful where you use it. Now we're on his final smash. When used, Knuckles will deal a mean right hook, and if anyone gets hit, then they're launched off the screen and the cutscene starts playing. When the opponent lands on Sky Sanctuary, Knuckles starts electrifying himself, dashing towards them, and starts circling his fists like this scene here, except he's actually connecting the hits. As he punches them next to the Master Emerald, he jumps up and dives down with the Flames of Disaster. As he breaks the Emerald, it creates a huge shockwave of chaos energy that blasts the opponents back on stage. And that's Knuckles' custom moveset. I know I say this a lot, but I really want to see more Sonic characters get represented in the next Smash game because there's a lot of potential. But just with Knuckles in general, he's a really well created character who is literally built for fighting games, so I really want to see him get a slot in the future. But anyways, I'm gonna end it right here. Do you want Knuckles in Smash 6? And with that, ZayZaz out.